I tested every natural toilet cleaner. Here's what actually works. Today I'm doing something that no one really shows completely. I'm going to test every single natural toilet cleaner people talk about online. You've probably seen them all. Use vinegar. Try baking soda. Lemon is magic. Even toothpaste can make it shine. Everyone says something different. But do these things really work? Or are they just nice tricks that look good on the internet? I wanted the truth, the real, honest result. So, I collected all of them. Baking soda, vinegar, lemon, toothpaste, salt, borax, hydrogen peroxide, dish soap, even Coca-Cola, and finally, boiling hot water. 10 different natural cleaners, 1 very dirty toilet, and 1 mission to find out which one actually cleans, removes stains, and kills that bad smell for good. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one works the best, and which ones you should never waste your time or money on again. So stay till the end, because you'll be shocked at which one really wins. Baking soda test. Let's start with the most famous one, baking soda. Everywhere you go online, people say, just sprinkle baking soda, wait for a few minutes, and your toilet will shine like new. But is that really true? Let's find out. I'm using plain, regular baking soda. No vinegar, no lemon, just the powder itself. The toilet I'm testing it on has real hard water stains, yellow rings around the bowl, and a strong odor that just won't go away. I sprinkle a generous amount of baking soda all around the bowl. Instantly, it starts fizzing just a little, like it's waking up to do its job. I take my brush and gently spread it everywhere, under the rim, on the sides, and deep inside the waterline. Now, the trick with baking soda is time. You can't just sprinkle and flush. You have to give it a few minutes to break down the minerals and loosen the dirt. So I wait for about 10 minutes. As I wait, I can already see small white bubbles forming on the surface. That means it's reacting with the minerals. Good sign. After 10 minutes, I take the brush again and start scrubbing. The surface feels smoother already. The stains are not gone yet, but I can tell they're starting to lift. When I flush, wow. The yellow ring? Almost gone. Maybe 60% cleaner than before. The smell? Definitely reduced. Not perfect, but clearly fresher. Baking soda works, but it's not a miracle. It's great for removing light stains and killing mild odor, but for those dark, hard, stubborn stains, it struggles a bit. Still, if you want a gentle, safe, chemical-free cleaner, baking soda is a great start. But here's where it gets interesting, because when I mix it with something else later, the result is completely different. Keep watching for that part. You won't believe what happens when I add vinegar to it. Next cleaner up. Vinegar. And this one. Let's just say it smells powerful, but acts even stronger. Vinegar test. Now it's time for the second cleaner. Vinegar. If baking soda is the quiet worker, vinegar is the loud one. People say it melts away stains, kills germs, and removes that deep bathroom smell in minutes. But let's see if it actually does all that. I'm using plain white distilled vinegar. Nothing fancy, no mix, just pure vinegar. The moment I open the bottle, that strong smell hits right away. It's sharp, sour, and powerful, the kind of smell that makes you believe it's going to clean something. I pour a good amount of vinegar all around the bowl, especially on the brownish stains near the waterline. Right away, you can hear that light sizzling sound. It's not burning or bubbling, but you know something's happening. The acid inside vinegar is breaking down the mineral deposits that create those ugly rings. I wait for about 10 minutes, just like I did with baking soda. In that time, the smell gets even stronger. But surprisingly, the toilet area already smells cleaner than before. It's like the vinegar is replacing that bad odor with its own sharp freshness. After waiting, I start scrubbing. Instantly, the brush feels smoother on the surface. The stains are coming off faster this time. That yellow ring that baking soda couldn't remove? It's now fading right in front of my eyes. When I flush, the result is honestly impressive. The bowl looks brighter, shinier, and the smell almost completely gone. Vinegar doesn't just mask the smell, it kills the bacteria causing it. And the best part, it's safe, natural, and cheap. But wait, we're not done with vinegar yet, because when we mix vinegar and baking soda together, the reaction is completely wild. You'll see that soon. But first, I'm going to test something that almost everyone has in their kitchen. A lemon. Lemon test. Next up is something that smells great but stings a little. Lemon. People online say, just cut a lemon, rub it around, and your toilet will shine. It sounds simple. Almost too simple. So let's see what really happens. I take a fresh yellow lemon and cut it in half. Right away, that bright, clean citrus smell fills the air. It already feels like the bathroom got a quick refresh. I squeeze the juice directly onto the stains, letting the lemon's natural acid do the work. You can almost hear the tiny crackle as the juice touches the mineral buildup. Then, I rub the lemon half itself over the surface like a sponge. For a few minutes, nothing looks different. But then the magic starts. The dull yellow spots begin to fade, especially around the upper rim. The lemon juice loosens the top layer of grime, and when I brush gently, the stains lift off with surprising ease. After 5 minutes of scrubbing and squeezing every drop out of the peel, I flush. The result? The toilet looks noticeably whiter, and the air smells fresh, like a citrus cleaner commercial. But if I look closely, the deeper brown marks near the drain are still there. So, lemon works beautifully for light stains and freshening the smell, but it's not strong enough for heavy buildup on its own. Still, it's a great quick fix, and if you ever run out of cleaner, lemon is the easiest thing to grab from your kitchen. Now, we've tested baking soda, vinegar, and lemon. 3 natural items, 3 different kinds of results. But what about the one that everyone jokes about using? Toothpaste. It sounds strange, right? But there are hundreds of posts claiming that toothpaste can clean toilets better than bleach. So let's put that to the test next. And I'll tell you if that shiny white paste actually makes any difference at all. Toothpaste test. Now it's time for the strangest one on the list, toothpaste. Yes, the same thing we use to clean our teeth is also said to clean a toilet. People online claim it makes the bowl shine like porcelain glass, leaves a fresh smell, and even removes stains. Honestly, I was skeptical. But I had to see it with my own eyes. I'm using regular white Colgate toothpaste, not gel, not fancy whitening, just plain toothpaste. I squeeze out a thick line all around the inside of the bowl. Right away, that minty smell takes over the bathroom. It's strange but kind of nice. The place suddenly smells like a dentist's office instead of, well, a bathroom. I spread the paste around using a brush. At first it feels sticky and thick. It doesn't spread easily like a liquid cleaner, but as I brush, it starts to foam a little. The small abrasive particles in toothpaste actually begin to scrub the surface. You can see the shine coming back slowly. After about 5 minutes of brushing, I let it sit for another 5. The toothpaste slowly dries into a thin white film, like a mask over the stains. Then, one more round of brushing and a good flush. And the result? Surprisingly good. The bowl looks glossy and bright, and the smell is fantastic. However, the toothpaste didn't really remove the deeper stains. It polished the surface but didn't reach the mineral buildup under the glaze. So yes, toothpaste can make your toilet look clean and smell fresh. But if you've got real hard water stains, you'll still need something stronger. Still, it's a fun trick. And if you ever run out of cleaner, a bit of toothpaste can save the day. But we're only halfway through our list, and the next item is something almost nobody talks about. Salt. Some people call it the hidden secret of natural cleaning. They say it kills bacteria, absorbs smell, and removes yellow stains that nothing else can. Let's see if plain table salt can actually do all that.
Salt test. Now let's move on to something almost everyone has in their kitchen. Salt. It's cheap, it's natural, and some people swear it can clean toilets better than half the products on the market. They say salt kills germs, removes smell, and even softens the hardest stains. But does it really? I'm starting with plain table salt, no fancy sea salt, no rock chunks, just the fine white kind we cook with. I sprinkle a full handful around the bowl, especially over the yellow rings and under the rim where stains love to hide. The grains land like snow, sticking to the wet surface and slowly dissolving. At first, nothing happens. No fizzing, no reaction. It just sits there quietly, almost like it's doing nothing, but salt has a secret power. It's absorbent. It pulls moisture, odor, and even bacteria away from the surface. After a few minutes, I start brushing. The salt crystals act like a natural scrub, not too rough, but strong enough to loosen surface dirt. As I move the brush, I can feel the texture changing. The smooth glaze is returning bit by bit. 5 minutes in, I notice something interesting. The smell is softer, not as sharp as vinegar, not as sweet as lemon, but cleaner. The surface feels smoother too. When I flush, the water turns slightly cloudy for a second, then clears completely. The result? Salt actually worked better than I expected. It didn't bleach or brighten like vinegar, but it removed odor surprisingly well and lifted some light stains. Think of it as a gentle cleaner, safe, simple, and great for weekly maintenance. But the real excitement starts with the next one, borax powder. Borax is often called the power cleaner of the old days. It was used before modern toilet liquids even existed. Some people say it's the strongest natural cleaner you can still buy today. So in the next test, we'll see if borax can beat everything we've tried so far. Borax test. Now it's time for something a little more serious. Borax powder. This one has been around for more than 100 years. Before we had fancy toilet gels and sprays, people used borax for almost every kind of cleaning. They said it kills bacteria, removes deep stains, and makes porcelain shine like new. So I wanted to see if that old school reputation still holds up. I start with about 2 tablespoons of borax powder. It looks like fine white sand, soft, clean, and a little slippery between the fingers. I sprinkle it evenly around the toilet bowl, especially on the darker rings and the brown buildup near the waterline. Right away, I notice something different. Unlike baking soda, borax doesn't fizz or bubble. It just sits there quietly, but you can tell it's powerful. It sticks to the surface in a way that feels heavier. I add a little warm water to help it spread, then use my brush to coat the whole bowl. As I scrub, I can feel that gritty texture cutting through the layer of mineral stains. There's no strong smell, no sting, just a quiet, deep clean happening right under the brush. I leave it for 10 minutes. When I come back, I give it one final scrub and flush. And wow, the result is impressive. The dull, faded glaze is now glossy again. Those brown patches that even vinegar couldn't remove are now almost gone. The surface feels smoother than it has in any of the previous tests. It's easy to see why borax was so popular years ago. It's powerful but gentle, no strong odor, and it really restores the shine. If I had to rate it so far, borax is right at the top, stronger than baking soda, longer lasting than lemon, and cleaner than salt. But the next test might just surprise you even more, because next I am using hydrogen peroxide, the same liquid people keep in their medicine cabinets for wounds and cuts. Some say it can clean toilets better than bleach without the toxic smell. Let's find out if that's true. Hydrogen peroxide test now. We're moving on to something a little unexpected. Hydrogen peroxide, 3%. Most people keep this in their first aid box, not their cleaning cabinet. But online, there's a whole group of people claiming it's a miracle cleaner, strong enough to kill germs, remove smells, and brighten porcelain without bleach. That sounded too good to be true, so of course, I had to test it. I pour about half a cup of hydrogen peroxide directly into the toilet bowl. There's no fizz, no foam, just a faint chemical smell, clean and sterile like a hospital hallway. I swirl it around with the brush and let it sit for about 15 minutes. During that time, something interesting happens. Tiny bubbles start forming on the surface, slowly releasing oxygen. That's the real magic. Hydrogen peroxide breaks down into water and oxygen, and that oxygen lifts bacteria and organic stains right off the surface. When I come back to scrub, the bowl already looks lighter. The stains that looked set into the glaze are fading, especially the faint yellow ones near the rim. It feels like it's cleaning on a microscopic level, quietly. Without that harsh chemical burn you get from bleach, I brush thoroughly for 2 minutes and then flush, and wow, the water swirls down, leaving behind a bright, spotless bowl. No strong smell, no residue, just clean, truly clean. If you're someone who hates chemical fumes or has allergies, this might be your new best friend. It disinfects, deodorizes, and brightens all without burning your nose. Still, I noticed one thing. While it's amazing for killing germs and removing light stains, it's not strong enough for thick mineral buildup. For deep rust or dark brown stains, you'll need something a little tougher, maybe a combo with baking soda or borax. But as far as a safe everyday cleaner, Hydrogen peroxide might just be the hidden gem of this entire test. And next up, we're going into something completely different, something we've all used daily. Dishwashing liquid? Some people say it can deep clean your toilet just like it cuts grease from dirty dishes. Let's see if that's really true. Dishwashing liquid test. Alright, now it's time to test something almost too simple. Dishwashing liquid. You've seen it in every kitchen sink, cutting through greasy plates and oily pans. But can it really handle toilet stains, smells, and buildup? That's exactly what we're about to find out. I'm using a regular blue dishwashing liquid, the kind everyone recognizes. I squeeze a generous line all around the bowl, then add a splash of warm water. Immediately the soap starts forming tiny bubbles, sliding down the sides like a silky wave. The scent? Fresh, bright, and clean. It already feels like this could work. As I begin scrubbing, something unexpected happens. The foam multiplies fast. The brush glides smoothly, cutting through grime that other natural cleaners couldn't fully remove. It doesn't have the scratch of baking soda or the fizz of vinegar. It's just pure, slick cleaning power. The best part? The sound. That squeaky, soapy sound when the surface starts to get truly clean. It's satisfying, almost addictive. Every swirl of the brush sends up a wave of bubbles, and slowly the bowl begins to sparkle. After a few minutes, I let the foam sit. Dishwashing liquid is known for breaking down grease and organic buildup, and you can literally see it lifting dirt as it rests. When I flush, the water explodes into white foam, then clears completely, and the bowl looks brand new. The result? Absolutely stunning. Not only does it look clean, but the smell is amazing. Fresh, not chemical, not sour, just perfectly balanced. And here's the real surprise. The surface stays cleaner longer. That thin, invisible layer of soap actually seems to repel new stains for a few days. So yes, dishwashing liquid might be one of the simplest, most effective DIY toilet cleaners out there. It's cheap, safe, and works instantly. But we're not done yet. The next one is weird, something most people drink, not clean with. That's right. Coca-Cola. People claim it can remove rust, dissolve stains, and even make porcelain shine. Sounds insane, right? Well, let's pour a full cannon and see what really happens. Coca-Cola. PEPS. I test now. This one might just be the strangest test of them all. Coca-Cola? Yes, the drink. The one you grab on a hot day or with your favorite burger. But believe it or not, thousands of people online claim it can clean a toilet. Some say it removes rust. Some say it melts stains. And others swear it leaves your bowl shining, like new. It sounds crazy, but I'm here to see if that's true, once and for all. I crack open a cold can of Coke, and that fizzing sound instantly fills the room. PSSSHHH. It's weird pouring something you'd normally drink straight into a toilet, but hey, this is science. The cola swirls around the bowl, dark brown and bubbling. It coats every inch perfectly because of its syrupy texture. I make sure it covers the worst parts. Those yellowish stains near the rim, and the rusty patches near the waterline. Then I let it sit, 10 minutes, 20, 30. They say the secret is in the phosphoric acid, the same ingredient used in some industrial cleaners. It's supposed to eat away at mineral deposits and rust. When I come back, the Coke has lost its fizz. It's just a flat brown liquid now, but it's been working this whole time. I grab the brush and start scrubbing, and wow, the difference shows instantly. The darker stains are fading fast. That sticky layer that refused to move with lemon or salt is finally breaking apart. After a full minute of scrubbing, I flush. The water rushes down, taking that caramel color with it, and what's left is surprisingly clean. Not perfect, but shockingly better than I expected. Some of the rust stains, gone. The smell, sweet and weirdly pleasant, like a soda factory instead of a bathroom. Final verdict. Coke actually works. It's not the strongest cleaner, but it definitely loosens up stains and gives your bowl a quick refresh. And if you ever need to clean in a pinch, one can of cola can do more than you'd think. But we've got one last test. Something powerful, simple, and timeless. Hot water. It's the oldest cleaning trick in the book. No chemicals, no smell, just heat. Can boiling water alone actually deep clean a toilet? Let's find out. Hot water test, and now the final test. No chemicals, no fancy ingredients, no secret formulas, just hot water. The most natural cleaner on earth. Simple, powerful, and surprisingly effective. People have been using boiling water to clean everything from floors to drains for generations. They say it melts grime, kills bacteria, and loosens stains faster than most cleaners ever could. So I'm about to find out if plain hot water can really do what all these other products couldn't. I start by boiling a full kettle of water, about 2 liters. It's bubbling like crazy, steam filling the air. You can feel the heat even from a few feet away. I take a deep breath, aim carefully, and pour it slowly into the toilet bowl. The reaction is instant. A thick cloud of steam rises up and you can almost hear the stains loosening. That hiss of boiling water hitting cold porcelain is oddly satisfying. It's like the toilet is exhaling after being scrubbed 100 times. I grab the brush and begin scrubbing right away, and wow, it's smooth, effortless. The heat has already softened the buildup, and the brush glides like never before. Even the spots that resisted borax and vinegar are now starting to fade. There's no smell, no chemical sting, just clean steam and that sound of water echoing in the bowl. After a couple of minutes, I flush. The result? Shockingly good. The stains are lighter, the bowl looks brighter, and everything feels sanitized. It's not flashy, but it works, and it costs literally nothing. If you've ever felt like your toilet needs a quick refresh, but you daren't want to use harsh products, hot water might be your secret weapon. Just remember, pour carefully. Porcelain can crack if the water is too hot or poured too fast. Still, it's wild how something this basic can do so much. Final verdict after testing 10 different natural cleaners, from baking soda and vinegar to Coca-Cola and hot water, here's what I found. For shine and smell, toothpaste and dishwashing liquid win. For deep cleaning, borax is the king. For killing germs, hydrogen peroxide does the job. For quick refresh, lemon and salt combo works beautifully. For budget-friendly magic, hot water, unbeatable. So next time you clean your toilet, remember, you don't always need harsh chemicals. Sometimes the best cleaners are already sitting in your kitchen. And if you want me to mix a few of these together, like a borax plus lemon plus hydrogen peroxide combo test, hit that like button, drop a comment, and I'll make that in the next video, because the next one is going to be the ultimate natural toilet cleaning showdown.